SourceNext.
Okay, I'm trying out the SourceNext version of the Resident Evil 2 PC port again, because I was having some issues previously just with the basic SourceNext download and the patch that was included on the site for that. I had trouble getting the videos to play properly, and I just had various other issues too, because I had I thought I had installed the English patch, which I didn't, but there was there's an English patch that includes a bunch of quality options whenever you start the game, and that's available on the Apple of Eden website, which I'll put a link to in the description of this video. But it helped, it like fix the video, it, you know, adds the English translation, it also allows you to change like certain colors, the color options, and the resolution. I'm actually just playing this at a smaller resolution because I'm just used to that. But it seems like it's all working, so I'm actually gonna like restart my playthrough of this version and see if I can get through it. Because after like trying to fix the previous install that I did, it just like screwed up the save file that I previously had, so I'm just gonna have to go through it again. And in that case, I think I might go through as Claire first. Let's see. I'm actually kind of curious what if it'll show. So it shows Leon this time. I actually just like looking at this. And this works. This also has the Apple of Eden English patch DLL thing. It also has options for controller support too. So this works. I'm using a Xbox 360 controller for this, and it seems to be working all right. Let's see, so that's fire. This will definitely help because I had a major issue trying to play this with the keyboard last time, and then I had gotten like X-Patter and everything. I actually think the original version might natively support controller. I'm not really sure though. Stereo, mono, okay. Alright, let's get started. So we'll do Claire first.
A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb called... It was later revealed that the terrible disaster had been caused by the T virus, a mutagenic toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated for use in bioweapon experiments. The Raccoon City immediately began investigation in the affair. The case was apparently closed, thanks to the efforts of STARS members Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine. But the Umbrella Corporation's experiments were far from finished.
Okay, good. Videos actually play. It is weird coming back to this after playing the remake of 2. So everything's just done in such a different way. Like Claire starts out, like hers, it happens really quick compared to Leon's in the remake, because she ends up like, she's like phoning a friend outside of the gas station in the remake, and like, they don't show much of her, like, exploring the gas station or anything. She phones a friend, like, she notices the zombies or something going on in the gas station. She goes towards the door, and then that's when Leon, does his, like, gun thing and tells her to get down in that version, so... I like her going in the diner, actually.
Is anyone here? Hello? Hello? Look, I'm sorry I bothered you, okay? Just don't come any closer. Are you listening?
I have to admit, the colors for this, the uncompressed videos and stuff for the Japanese port, the PC port, is really great.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down! We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There!
Yeah, it's interesting because the gas station in this, compared to the remake, is seems like it's definitely a lot closer to Raccoon City compared to the gas station in the remake, which seems like it's kind of way out of the way.
I arrived in town, and the whole place went
Great.
insane.
The radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
Yeah, first day on the job. Great, huh? Name's Leon Kennedy. Nice to meet you.
I still like Claire's original snark. She does cuss a lot in the remake, but I don't know. Gotta love Allison Court's snarkiness for Claire in this version.
Hey, could you open the glove box?
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you.
Totally not a Leon-looking zombie.
You okay?
Still in one piece.
That maniac's gonna win!
I'll have to admit, in the remake they gave a lot of time and like some backstory to the truck driver. I like that intro, like for Claire. I think it was for Claire's. Was it? I think it was for both. I'm not sure. Might have been for Leon's too.
Claire!
But yeah, I like that truck driver sequence with
Head
him
to the station.
listening
I'll meet
to
you
the
there.
radio and
Okay.
finding the body and getting bitten and all that. Okay. Much better. That is much better. Being able to use a controller on this instead of a keyboard. You know, even in the remake, I did try to use more of the, like, bait and dodge tactics. Even with the remake, you can still do that. The zombies do, like, if they're not crawling on the ground, they do, make more of an effort to try and grab you from far away.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Don't shoot! I'm a human!
Ooh. Sorry about that, babe. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I ain't got no clue, darling. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
I do like the extra lore that they gave Kendo in the remake. It's a little weird coming to the gun shop, like, after you've done so much stuff in the RPD instead of, like, coming into it. And then, like, you know, having the sequence where he gets attacked and then you get, I mean, if you can try, you can get a weapon from him. But in the remake, it's the whole thing with his daughter being infected and then he is questioning, like, I I can't remember if Claire goes in there or not, but with Leon and Ada, he's questioning them and like, you know, what the fuck's going on and all that. He's trying to protect his daughter and he takes her to the back and you only hear a gunshot, so it's assumed that he had to like put her down, but I don't know.
But don't you worry, girlie. You'll be safe in here. I'm keeping a close eye on things.
In this, he's pretty goofy, so you don't feel too bad for him. I wonder if I'm gonna try and get... oh yeah, that's another thing. They actually cut out the crossbow. Unless they are including that in a separate mode. For the remake, there's no crossbow for Claire, which is pretty iconic. You get the grenade launcher as your secondary weapon with only 2 types of ammo. So... let's see. Actually, I don't know if they allow you to... Ah, shit. Ah, shit. That's right, I don't know if I can set it, but, on the Xbox controller, both the, is it this? Yeah, I need to change that. So both the aim button and the shooting button is like right next to each other, and that needs to be on the trigger. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. I don't know. Oh, that would suck to have to change it. There's no way to access config from here. Oh man, I really don't like that. I probably should have said it. Actually, I might have to do that because that's going to be a major annoyance to me. And, so let me see if I can exit the game. And I'll have to go through that. Oh, I can do it from here. Thank goodness. That needs to be changed. Okay, so that shouldn't be X. I actually don't remember what, that would be on the original controls. This needs to be... Okay, left trigger. And then, let's see, get ready, fire, and confirm. That's weird to have fire and confirm on the same button. And the B is run. Y is status. Let's see, control. Configure. A is the map. Let's set that to a back button as well. Okay, no. I don't know why it resets it. Okay. Alright. That's much better. I'm wondering if they'll reset. Okay, they do. Whoops. So they take about 3 shots. The rest of the zombies I can avoid for the most part. Okay. Ah, shit. Okay, the pause is set to a big button as well. Jeez, I hate having to keep doing this. Oh yeah, it's set to one of the back buttons. Is it this one? There. Don't want to accidentally bump the pause, so you should be able to get crossbow. There we go. not going through this very quickly at all. I think it's gonna take a little bit before I'm not touching the wrong controls here. There we go. Do I have a knife? I do. I miss going through. I can't remember if you go through an area like this in the remake or not. I think they do have you sort of go through one when you're coming back, or going through the streets. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Might be better to shit. It's probably gonna be better to just knife them all. Not doing a very good job of not getting myself hurt. Come on. It's so funny how I found out that the knife can get OP in the remake, and it's based on your frame rates, which, I don't have the best computer for running things at a really high frame rate, so, you know, it's not like I could run that game at, like, 120 and have a super overpowered knife, but I just thought that was funny, and apparently, I think that's actually, being used as a speedrunning tactic, and to probably save on ammo and stuff, too. I don't really know if with the ranking for the remake, if they count the damage or the ammo usage against you or not. I know this game does, or at least with certain guns, using certain types of guns. So there are people who do knife and pistol only runs. Okay, come on. Oh, he fucking threw up on me. That's why you have to back up when you're doing that. Because using the knife actually causes you to move a little bit, so... Well, that was poop. I think this time I'm just going to ignore trying to get the, and here we go again. Trying to get the crossbow. It's nice to have, but...
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Don't shoot! I'm a human!
Ooh. Sorry about that, babe. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I ain't got no clue, darling. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
Okay. Let's go grab our ammo and then get the fuck out of here. It's weird how if you grab the other one first and then grab the second one close to the door, then I thought on one of the versions there was actually, it might be a rage mode where there's a first aid spray either there or in the truck. Going to whoops. I should have figured I'd run into that one. Yeah, the pause button is mapped to right trigger. Yeah, I don't know why the pause button is mapped to L1, and I don't think I can change that from here. It's kind of annoying me bumping into it. Okay, here we go again. It's nice when you can actually knife a couple zombies at once. Save some time. Especially here. I don't like the waste ammo at this part, because you can always just use the knife. There we go. Oh Lord, this is taking forever. Almost. Come on. There we go. And these guys I can just run past. careful, you can actually run just right past all these guys. I'm gonna take the other way. Also, I can't remember what version. There's usually an herb in one of these, but I don't know which version that is. I'm so used to playing like the N64 and GameCube port of RE2. I wonder if they put the herb in here. Maybe not. Oh well, I should be fine. Everything, I mean, I've already kind of said, talked about the changes on the last time I played the SourceNext version, with the RPD and just the sequence of events. They definitely added a lot to Marvin's character, though.
Hang in there.
Like,
are you the only officer left in the building?
Who are you?
Claire Redfield. I'm looking for my brother Chris.
We lost contact with him over 10 days ago.
I do like this,
Chris,
though, him mentioning
Jill
Chris
Barry.
and the STARS
Every
incident.
last STARS team member has disappeared.
Or the,
we should have listened to them.
The mansion incident.
What
I
happened?
do miss him mentioning this
About
in the remake.
2 months ago, there was this incident involving these zombie-like creatures in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything, at the risk of their own lives. But no one believed them.
Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go.
But...
just go.
Okay. Just hang in there. I'll be back soon.
So it's interesting, I don't think Claire gets a lot of time with Marvin at all. Because I'm playing the B scenario, so he's already a zombie when you get into the RPD. But, I like the fact that so in the remake, there aren't a lot of references to the mansion incident from what I can remember. And, also you don't get anyone telling you that Umbrella is behind, everything until you get like a note from Leon or something. Later in the game when you're playing as Claire. So I gotta wonder if they didn't tie as much to Resident Evil 1 because, I don't know, they're trying to make the Resident Evil 2 remake more something for like new fans in a way to digest, and maybe, I don't know, I think they should have made more references to the first game, that way people would be interested in, maybe playing the remake of 1 or going back to classic, which it hasn't stopped people. I mean, people playing the remake of Resident Evil 2, it hasn't stopped people from going back to look at the older games. I mean, if they can tolerate the tank controls and everything. I do like how they fleshed out Marvin's character, though, and he had a good voice actor and everything. His death was, I liked the way they did his zombification in this one, though. Like when you come into the the office with all the desks, and you see him turn into a zombie instead of you just finding that he's a zombie and then just killing him really quick. Because I didn't notice any, like, differences between the difficulty of the Marvin zombie and regular zombies in the remake. In this one, there's definitely a difficulty. There's a difference. He feels like more like a little mini-boss. This letter is just to inform everyone about the recent movement of equipment that has happened during the precinct's rearrangement. Safe with 4-digit lock has been moved from the STARS office on the 2nd floor to the Eastern office on the 1st floor, 2236 Raccoon Police Liaison Department. So in the remake, you actually get 2 notes like that, or maybe even 3. There's actually quite a few safes around that have padlocks and everything like that. So I don't think I'll be getting to that until later, because I need to be able to take out the zombies. I mean, I guess if you have enough ammo, it's no problem. It's just you might get overpowered by them really quick because there's a lot over there. Actually, I think what I can do before I take on the liquor... I'm trying to remember where the, where you get the crossbow gun. Because when I played Leon's thing in this, when I played the SourceNext version the first time, it was in the STARS office, so... I bet if you get the crossbow gun first, you can deal with this area very quickly. Okay, so... Okay, it's time to go out the door. And then I'll see if it resets it. That is something that happens in the remake too. Enemy resets. I don't know if that was intentional or is just something they kind of like didn't think about. But it's a totally abusable tactic you can do with the lickers as well. Because the lickers move fast when you're like out in the hallway and in a small room. But if you like shoot them really quick and then run out of the room and then come back in, they'll be like reset on the ceiling and they're easy to deal with. Let's see if it reset them. Yeah, it did. I actually don't know how to reload in this. Or if, I thought you reloaded. I think maybe the reload only happens after you empty your clip in this. I don't think you can just do it whenever. Of course, if you're trying to shoot things off screen, you really have to do a lot of guesswork in this game. Is that the only one? Because I don't hear any more walking sounds. There we go. There actually might be more... Let's see here. Are there more? No? Okay. Took them all out. I guess I can go get that safe. Shit. It's a lot more hectic when you're going through the, this office, like in the B scenario, the remake for Claire's thing. And then there should be some, herbs outside here. Yeah. There we go. I can't remember if this area is unlocked or not. There's another. So, another interesting thing that they did in the remake, which fits more the style of the, I guess, the combat, 'cause it's more action-y. And also because they cut certain enemies that cause poison, is the blue herbs no longer are for curing poison. They're actually a defense boost, so you have to save them up and use them with the combination of red and green herbs. And they provide a good defense boost for boss battles. Oh wait, was that? Oh yeah, it was locked. Okay. I gotta figure out which direction they're coming from. Oh, whoa, what? I think it's only on, like, a light caution. Huh. Maybe the police zombies are stronger. Jesus. Oh, no. Oh, no. Why do I keep screwing myself? I'm doing so bad. This is not good for me. The scenario in the remake, though, is a lot like the original in terms of difficulty. Where about 3 bites, I would say, is enough for death. 3 or 4 bites. Because Caution has, like, light yellow and, like, an orange, and then... So there's about 4. And I gotta speed run through this. I'm gonna have to be careful.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I mean, maybe I'll take the
Don't
extra
shoot!
time to get
I'm a
the
human!
crossbow here. If I don't fuck up. I wish I could skip this.
Sorry about that, babe.
So I'll just
thought you were
hydrate
one of them.
myself while I'm waiting.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I ain't got no clue, darling. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
There we go. Okay, so this one first. And then this one. Let's see, did we get the fall there? There we go. I don't know if there is... Let's see, I'm actually gonna search cases here. I thought there was some more ammo. Like over here? Hmm. Don't know if I want to spend time trying to knock the zombies or not. Yeah, I might do that. Ooh, I'm out of ammo. Definitely want to try and knife them then. Come on. I'm not waiting for that one. Okay. Third time's a charm. Just need to make sure I don't deal with any of these. Ah, shit. Okay, let's just carefully mosey over here. Oh yeah, I haven't, it's not like it's that important to me, but I haven't, uploaded any of the B scenario clear stuff yet, because, like, I've been getting some weird sound issues when recording the game. It's like the audio, mostly just, the audio sounds like, it sounds similar to when you have, like, bad sound emulation on, like, I don't know, PS2 emulator or something? Like, the sound has a slight echo and it feels like kind of dragged out and slow a little bit. It's like just a really weird, slightly echoey type of thing to it, and I'm not sure what's causing that. Everything else is actually pretty fine. There aren't too many issues with the running the game itself. It just seems like the sound, which kind of bothers me. I can't skip this either.
Hang in there. Are you the only officer left in the building?
Who are you?
Claire Redfield. I'm looking for my brother Chris.
We lost contact with him over 10 days ago. Chris, Jill, Barry. Every last STARS team member has disappeared. We should have listened to them.
What happened?
About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving these zombie-like creatures in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything, at the risk of their own lives. But no one believed them.
Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this
Survivors,
key
huh?
card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go.
But...
Just go.
Okay. Just hang in there. I'll be back soon.
And then you can't get back in there again, even if you yeah. I don't know why he locks it. I mean, maybe it's because he knows he's gonna turn into a zombie, so it's like, oh, I better make sure she's safe and keep myself from going through that door. Now, hopefully I won't be a dumbass this time and get myself killed. I do want to try going through the office again. You know what's funny? There's some games that reminds me about unlocking that safe. There's some games that will, even if you know the code, there's some games where you have to like pick up the file or an item or something in order to be able to unlock it with the code, even if you know it. 2236. Do I want to deal with the liquor? I don't think so. Not right now. I'm gonna get me some help first. And health-wise, I am absolutely okay, so... let's see, do I want to use crossbow on them? Maybe I can do that. Use the same tactic. Just keep going in and out of the door. I'm not sure what I'm trying to accomplish, really. Like, because if I take too long, it's gonna fuck the run. If I use too much of this or that, it's gonna ruin the ranking. Let's go back. Should get plenty of ammo. You know, I don't know if I've actually speedrun this game. I know I've done it plenty of times for the remake. And that actually helped me. I had to, because there are a lot of, like, modes in that game to unlock. A lot of interesting modes, but that requires you to actually play through the game multiple times. And by that point, you know, I knew exactly where I needed to go. Should be only like 2 more zombies left now. Should be the last one. Nope, that's it. There's an herb here. And then I might have access to one of the investigation rooms. I'm not sure. Let's just go. Actually, I'll get back there later. If I want to use up my bullets, I want to use them in here. Let's see. Lots of herbals. I'd be loaded down with herbs. Police officers definitely seem like they take more. No, back up. Ah, shit. Oof. Oh, hi. And I missed. I don't know if this is gonna work, but okay. Let's take care of this one too. Where you going, buddy? He's dead. Okay. Okay. I think that's all of them, and I don't remember what is all in here. Let's check around. Ribbon. Don't know if there's any files lying around in here. I think most of this stuff is just in that one office. Okay. Let's see if there's anything behind the desk. I think there is. Is there? Yes, lots of herbs. There we go. We got some room. Which I don't need yet. Okay, map. Now. Well, I am out of bullets here. Let me get some more ammo. Let's see. I wonder if there's zombies down here. I don't know. Well. Actually. Jeez. might be able to get more ammo on the other side. At least I can use the crossbow on the liquor. Just take that out. And then I'm in good health, so I don't need to save just yet. Oh yeah, that's right. She's got a lockpick. Might be oh, first aid spray. I think the other desk that you unlock has ammo in it. The one that's like on the upper floor. Don't need this. Alright, it's liquor time. You really don't get a thing like this for the remake, where it sort of focuses in on it and the character reacts to it. From what I can remember, it's just you sort of see it down in the hallway when it shows up, and it's just there, like eating his, like grabbing a zombie with its tongue, and you know, that's it pretty much. Come on. Shit. You gonna crawl? Okay. Shit. Ah, shit. Fuck. Oh man, I'm out of everything now. That was a waste of ammo. At least the crossbow is not as strong as the shotgun. Operation Report. Operation Report September 26th. The Raccoon Police Department was unexpectedly attacked by zombies. Many have been injured. Even more were killed. During the attack, our communications equipment was destroyed and we no longer have contact with the outside. We have decided to carry out an operation with the intent of rescuing any possible survivors, as well as to prevent this disaster from spreading beyond Raccoon City. The details of the operation are as follows. Security of armaments and ammunition. Chief Irons has voiced concern regarding the issues of terrorism due to a series of recent unresolved incidents. On the very day before the zombies' attack, he made the decision to relocate all weapons to scattered intervals throughout the building as a temporary measure to prevent their possible seizure, or just being a fucking dick, is what he was doing. Unfortunately, this decision has made it extremely difficult for us to locate all ammunition caches. It has become our top priority to recover these scattered munitions. To unlock the weapon storage, as stated earlier, it will be extremely difficult to secure all the ammunition. However, a considerable supply still remains in the underground weapons storage. Unfortunately, the person in charge of the card key used to access the weapons storage is missing, or dead, and we have been unable to locate the key. One of the breakers went down during the battle, and the electronic locks are not functioning in certain areas. It has become first priority to restore the power in the power room and secure those locks. Recorder David Ford. Operation Report. Okay. Okay, this is more. Operation Report September 27th, 1 p.m. The West Barricade has been broken through and another exchange ensued. We sheltered the injured in the confiscation room on the first floor temporarily. 12 more people were injured in the battle. Additional report. 3 additional people were killed following the sudden appearance of an as-of-yet unknown creature. The creature is identified by missing patches of skin and razor-like claws. However, its most distinguishing characteristic is its lance-like tongue, capable of piercing a human torso in an instant. Their numbers as well as their location remains unknown. We have tentatively named this creature the Licker and are currently in the process of developing countermeasures to deal with this new threat. It's funny because there's a... I can't remember... Well, yeah, there's a board. There's a room like this in Remake with a board here, but there's actually another board in the hallway that's got, like, some insults written on it or something. I don't know. It's just kind of hilarious. There was some weird stuff written on it. It's the hallway where the first shutter you go into. There's some funny things written on it. Yeah, I can't do this yet without the lighter, so... Well, I'm gonna be boned for a little bit. Probably a good thing I have the knife on me, but the knife can only do so much in this game. I think what... you know, I've never actually watched knife runs for this game, but I gotta wonder if people use the reset to help with that. I might just run upstairs if I can. Oh, fuck! Shit! Shit! Oh, no, 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 no! No! I didn't even save! I just keep boning myself! What the fuck is wrong with me? I think I can get by without saving that much, and I just keep fucking up.
Resident Evil.
Okay, this time I'm actually gonna save. Fuck's sakes. Can't state that I've played this game 6 times on the N64 and be this bad. That's because I keep trying to take risks, though.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Don't
I
shoot!
think I was doing
I'm a
well
human.
otherwise.
Ooh. Sorry about that, babe. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I ain't got no clue, darling. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
Thing is if you spend the time and the ammo trying to get the crossbow, you're wasting ammo at the same time. And, the crossbow gun can only do so much. It's funny because I was playing this on GameCube last October and trying to do a little save run, but which I'm trying to do with this, but I keep making dumb decisions. It is interesting because if you manage to, if that happens, you actually save ammo. I mean, you do risk the chance of getting your health knocked down, but that actually takes them out quicker if they happen to fall on you. Ah! Or you can do that. So far, so good. Now I gotta go through that sequence with Marvin again. Probably not worth it, trying to do that other side, because if I don't have like a heavy weapon
left in the building?
then it's gonna take a lot more pistol ammo just to take the zombies out.
Claire Redfield. I'm looking for my
I'm
brother
gonna
Chris.
take the safe way.
We lost contact with him over 10 days ago. Chris, Jill, Barry. Every last STARS team member has disappeared. We should have listened to them.
What happened?
About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving these zombie-like creatures in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything, at the risk of their own lives. But no one believed them.
Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go.
But...
Just go.
Okay. Just hang in there. I'll be back soon.
I don't want to save too soon, but if I can get to the other save room, then I should be fine. Just dealing with that liquor. When I was playing the GameCube version, I just like ran past it, but it's always a risk. Bye. I think it does that every time I try to run past it. It's that leaping attack. That's right, I don't think there's anything I can do in here at the moment. So we'll come back. It is interesting how they expanded this area in the remake, adding extra hallways and stuff. Extra rooms and all that. Let's get this puzzle out of the way. Actually, I could probably go this. Well, I don't know if the STARS office is open. I can't remember if I need a key for it or not, or if I can access it already. That's right. This has to go on the opposite side. I do miss more puzzles like this in the remake. There's a lot more like tech-related puzzles and like padlock codes and stuff. That's mainly like well, I mean, it's like it's an art. The RPD used to be an art museum, so you'd think there'd be like more art related puzzles in it, but not quite as much. God damn it! Did I just? I pushed that against the wall. I mean, I don't need that immediately, but... I mean, the only sort of art-related puzzle you do that takes a lot of time is with the medallions, because instead of just the unicorn medallion... Oh, my alarm went off. Instead of the unicorn medallion, you have 3 different ones, and each of the statues that are related to the medallion have, like, these, I don't know, slots or something that you change. It's like picture codes that you have to figure out. That's the only major one you actually spend a lot of time on. I can't remember. And then there's like the statue that you have to get the different items for and combine them so that you can get the STARS badge, which operates as both a USB and a unlock for Magnum parts, or I forgot what it was in Claire's thing. I think it's an upgrade for one of her pistols. Okay, so there's the grenade launcher. Huh. I kept thinking you got the... Well, I think I thought the crossbow was like the second weapon you got because you can get it early if you want to. Okay, so I thought in one of the versions of this game you get a first aid spray from Rebecca's little pouch thing here. They do that in the remake as well. I don't know, it might be on like a different mode. Yeah, and they changed that to being a dog. I guess they decided to do that because, I mean, it's not like the guy was ever mentioned again. Jill doesn't really mention him. I don't think she even mentions him in 3, that she has a boyfriend or anything, so that's just something they scrapped. The Chris's diary thing is, like, completely different in the remake as well. It's just, like, a note left for Claire. And August 8th. I talked to the chief today once again, but he refused to listen to me. I know for certain that Umbrella conducted T-virus research in that mansion. Anyone infected turns into a zombie. But the entire mansion went up in that explosion, along with any incriminating evidence. Since Umbrella... Well, you know what? Any incriminating... So, like, any files that they picked up wouldn't have worked as evidence. Yeah. Since Umbrella employs so many people in town, no one is willing to talk about the incident. It looks like I'm running out of options. August 17th. We've been receiving a lot of local reports about strange monsters appearing at random throughout the city. This must be the work of Umbrella. August 24th. With the help of Jill and Barry, I finally obtained information vital to this case. Umbrella has begun research on the new G virus, a variation of the original T virus. Haven't they done enough damage already? We talked it over and have decided to fly to the main Umbrella HQ in Europe. I won't tell my sister about this trip because doing so could put her in danger. Please forgive me, Claire. Now, the note that is supposed to be kind of like the replacement for his diary is written in such a way to where Chris is aware that someone might read it. Whereas the diary is just like, you know, written privately about his affairs where he doesn't think anyone's gonna read it. And of course, Claire ends up reading it. In the remake, he writes it as a note. Actually, it's like a coded note as if he's sort of writing it to, like his fellow STARS members and maybe Claire, but it's written in such a way to where anyone like Irons or something might not be able to pick it up, like where he's gone to or anyone related to Umbrella. So like at first it seemed kind of weird and might have conflicted with like Code Veronica and everything when everyone was sort of discussing that note, but now that like everyone's sort of thought it over and gone over it, it makes sense that he would do that. That doesn't mean that Claire isn't going to do her own investigation and do the whole like thing with Rockford Island and maybe look at him, because it's obvious that there's something wrong with the writing in the note. Like it doesn't sound like Chris, so I do miss the diary thing though. I think that's all that's in here. Of course, when you come in this as Leon in Classic Resident Evil 2, he picks up the diary and you, Claire actually comes in there and talks to Leon and he says, it looks like we won't be finding your umbrella, we won't be finding your brother here, which is like a nice little interaction. Federal Police Department Internal Investigation Report. Mr. Chris Redfield, Raccoon City Police Department, STARS Division. As per your request, we have conducted our internal investigation and discovered the following information. Regarding the G-Virus currently under development by Umbrella Incorporated, so far it is unconfirmed that the G-Virus even exists. We're continuing with our investigation. Regarding Mr. Brian Irons, Chief of the Raccoon City Police Department, Mr. Irons has allegedly received a large sum of funds and bribes from Umbrella Incorporated over the last 5 years. He was apparently involved in the cover-up of the Mansion Lab case, along with several other incidents in which Umbrella appears to have direct involvement. Mr. Irons had been arrested under suspicion of rape on two separate accounts during his years as a university student. He underwent psychiatric evaluation as a result of the changes, but was released due to circumstantial evidence as well as his phenomenal academic standing. As such, extreme caution is advised when dealing with him. Jack Hamilton, Section Chief, Internal Investigations, United States Federal Police Department. Iron's whole representation in Remake is completely different. Like, he's like even more fucked up and he's done more fucked up things, but the way he's, presented, like they have like a little advertisement or something about like his accomplishments in the city and like raise him up as being like a stern but like overly justicey, like overly helpful type of, or charitable type of police chief, and yeah, just that kind of person. And like his temperament is like very like open, like his craziness when you encounter him in the RPD. So I don't exactly agree with it. I liked it, like his fucked upness being more subtle, but they really push it in the remake. It has its own pros and cons, I guess. I like the whole Sherry thing. That was pretty messed up, but so I can't get through here without the spade key. Okay, at least I can deal with that liquor whenever I get back to it, and then I need to go to the save room. So I'll do that puzzle. Did I do the puzzle? I can't remember. Okay, yeah, I got that. And I also can get the spade key first, I guess. Oh shit, should've ran up the stairs. I don't always shotgun ammo, but I got plenty of okay, yeah. So just reset them by going back down. Where'd the female zombie go? I don't think I killed her yet. Oh, okay. Back over there. Might as well get her out of the way too. I have to go over there eventually. You're not dead yet, are you? Nope. Asshole. Can't remember if I... Oh, okay. Yeah, there's some herbs here. I can use those. There we go. Much better. Now I'm gonna save. I did way too much stuff to get killed now, so... For the 4th time... Okay, this isn't working. I'm just not having luck with this, am I? I hope... Please reload. I don't want to lose that progress. I don't want to replay it again. I thought I had this thing installed properly. Ugh. Come on now. I'm just never gonna get through this game, am I? I might have to, like, play it off. I might have to see what's wrong with the save. See if there's any issues with the game crashing. Like I had... When I was setting color options, when I had a direct draw, it was crashing on the videos, so I set it to like, I think it's on the PS1 setting for color. I didn't have any other weird settings, so I'm not sure why it's having problems like this, but I think I just fucked myself. I swear. Well, it's not perfect. Yep. I lost the save. So, what I'll do is I'll have to figure out what's going on with the save, fix it, play the game off until I get to this point, and then see if the save works. That's a shame. Okay, I actually found out what the problem was with the crashes. If you if you install this game, just the base game, not the patches, you need to make sure you install it in a directory that doesn't require administrator access, because if you do, whenever it tries to access the saves or write the saves, it's going to crash. So I had to reinstall the game again and apply the patches, but this time I installed it in my documents, and I think you can do it with the C drive too, as long as it doesn't, like, when you're copying files over to a directory, if it asks you that you need administrator access to put the file there, then that's probably not a good directory to install this to. So that's a warning in case you decide to do it, because I had to reinstall everything, and I lost my well, I didn't even get a chance to save with my last run. So I had to run through everything again and get to the save room I was at before the crash. So we're going back in, and hopefully everything goes well. Okay, so alright, we need to go get the key. And, I really don't know if I want to have... Well, I'll probably need to get to the, if I want to go through that side area with all the police zombies, because there's some acid rounds in the safe there, so... And then, of course, these are for... it's funny, because, like, in the remake, they don't have this... Like, you can access the costumes right away, like, whatever you have as DLC. And in this version, of course, you have to get a special key, and I think there's like 2, and they vary between the different ports. I know the N64 version actually has different costumes, which I don't remember at all. But there's 2, and I believe 1 is unlocked through beating the game, possibly. And then the other one, if it still works with this version, you have to go through the intro without taking any items. And then a Brad zombie is supposed to show up, which is incredibly tough, and I think you basically have to use a knife on him to take him down so you don't waste up all your ammo, because you're not going to have that much at that point. And you get like the secondary key, so I haven't actually tried that yet. I'm hoping I cleared all the zombies in this area. Let's see, oh yeah, there was another one. Let's see, which way do I want to... So I can't go through the top because I don't have... Oh, hi! Oh, shit. Yeah, forget about that one. You know what? I'm just gonna take you out because I'm gonna have to go through that door, the diamond key, later. God damn it. Watch me die. Over here. That is not good. Why am I doing this? Just wasting my freaking health. Jeez. So bad. And there's the liquor. Whoa! God, that always scares me. I know that happens. You know what? It's funny because when I'm first coming through this hallway, I know that's a thing that happens in 2 different spots in this hallway. But by the time I'm doing other things and come back through the hallway, I forget about it and get scared by it. Always. That always happens. I completely forget about it. Yeah, and that too. I don't think they do any damage to you. Don't remember. Ugh. Oh, that's right. Now, here's the problem with this. I don't know where the liquor is off. Oh, okay. Well, that means it's actually on top. Whew. I think, let's see, what kind of rounds are in this? I think the ammo that this starts out with is grenade rounds. I'm not sure. That's one thing the remake is missing, though, is the extra ammo for the grenade launcher. Which I think is useful, having the grenade rounds, because it's good as like a, I think they're, well, no, not, are they grenade? They're explosive rounds are what they are. Because all 3 of them have different uses. It's good to save the acid rounds for bosses, and then the flame rounds are good for, like, bosses as well. The explosive rounds are good for, like, groups of enemies, and to use on, like, smaller, tough enemies. Put this in here for now, because I don't need to use it yet. Okay, so that's a spade key. I'm trying to think. I can go through the side area, and go into one of the, what do you call them? Interrogation room. So let's go over there and get that. And I think in the one that I can access, it's, I can get the cord for the shutters. But I'm trying to think, so you can, compared to the remake where you get these little boards to use on, the windows, you only get, like, one cord in this, and you have an option of using it on either the east or the, I should actually use some of my handgun ammo for this so I don't waste grenade rounds. But yeah, you only have one cord that you can use, so you have to figure out, like, what side is going to be more dangerous to come through later. When you're backtracking. I think maybe... I don't know, because, like, as soon as you're done doing stuff in the, is it the West Wing? The side where you go down the basement. After you're done doing a bunch of stuff in there and you come back up, and I think that's after you get the key. There's like one of the keys you get from there. Might be the club key. After you go through there, a bunch of zombies come out of the windows, so... Let's see, I'm gonna go through... Let's just go through this area before we go through that office. And there's some zombies in here, too. There's actually quite a few in here. Okay, so that's diamond key. The other one should be unlockable. That's another reason why it's good to just keep your ammo up instead of waiting to reload, because this game doesn't have like a manual reload option as far as I know. So you don't want to get caught like stuck reloading while you're in front of a zombie, so... one of these rooms has a liquor coming out of it. I think it might be the diamond one though, so... that would be later. Yeah, it's definitely the... I think it's the other one. I'm hoping it's the other one that the liquor burst through. Do I not get anything in here? Maybe just a file? I thought you get a file in here. Oh, there's some handgun ammo. It's interesting because this camera view, getting the ammo kind of focuses in on the little tablet that you have to get in there, so you know that's an area you have to go to later. At least that gives you an idea of where to get that. It's for a puzzle, but yeah. I could have sworn you got a file in here. Oh well, I guess that's sort of useless, but... And then you can't get in here. Yeah, this is for club key. And you need a lighter as well for this, which I'm trying to figure out where you get the lighter at. Okay, let's see how this goes. Oh shit! I usually run behind him. God damn it. I mean, because if you're quick enough, you can actually just run behind him and not get grabbed here. It's so easy to underestimate your situation, though, in this game, sometimes. And the tank controls can really fuck you if you like nudge it and just too much in the wrong direction. I don't really have a lot of room for stuff. Let's just bump up the health a little bit. There. And then I believe this door requires the heart key. And that's another difference with the remake and this is that between Claire and Leon in the remake, they actually have different keys that they're restricted to use. Like Leon doesn't acquire the heart key and can't use it, and then I think Claire can't use the club key. Okay, so I need to actually go there. I don't remember if the rooms that those keys go to are particularly important. They might have, like, special items in them. I'm not sure. Well, actually, no, you do need the heart key does go to different areas. That's right. The heart key goes to the chief's office, which is in a... It seems like it's in a different location. But, I mean, they added so many rooms and expanded a lot of things in the RPD for the remake, so a lot of it just can't be... the layout isn't too comparable. I mean, there's some things they left in, but it is pretty different. She's still okay. Thanks. There we go. So we just have one wandering around now. Ah, shit. Nope, that's not the right number. In the remake, you also had the fun of trying to use the actual dial to put in the numbers. And I think there's an herb in here, which I... I'm very wasteful today. So I'm trying to think... What do we have? So, oh yeah, I need to go through the library and do the little bookcase sliding puzzle. Which they changed a bit in, I don't know. I didn't like their version of it too much. You have to get like a thing for the jack to release the bookcase in the remake, and you're just using the bookcases as a way to get over the break in the upper floor. So you can get to like the clock tower area. Let's see, what is the quickest way? Actually, I don't think you can actually access this. Yeah. So I have to go all the way up. A good thing though is once you get to the library and go up to the upper, the balcony here, you can release, there's like a little emergency ladder, and then that'll save on like having to backtrack around so much. Or it taking so long to get to another area. And I think this requires a club key. Oh, okay, alright, so I have one more use for the spade key, I believe. And then you get the, so it's different for each character. I think it's based on, like, whose scenario you start as well, but you'll either get the crank or the valve here, and I think she gets, yeah, this is the crank. Oh, shit, yeah. Actually, I could solve this. No. Okay, apparently 3 herbs makes the, Well, that is crappy. I can go back to the inventory box. It's not too far away, thankfully. I mean, the knife, I'm probably going to put away the knife. The knife is kind of good to have around if you're being a little too wasteful with ammo, or if you're trying to conserve as much ammo as possible, but I'm not exactly that skilled using the knife when I'm not at a higher... you know, like when you first start and there's like the dumpster area and you're kind of above the zombies and it's not as dangerous to use the knife on them, but being in front of them, I don't know. Actually, I can put this away too. I don't want to waste any acid rounds. Okay. I'll get some more later. Should be fine. I'm trying to think though. So when you go through the library the first time, and you get up to that upper balcony in the main hall, I'm trying to think if it does change, but I don't know if it changes like later to liquors, or if it's just automatically liquors depending on who you start with. Because I know when you first go through there, it's zombies. But I don't want to waste my acid rounds, so we'll see. Oh, that's right. Shetty!
Help me!
Probably actually just run past him. Well, no. It's nice actually having the ability to back up, because with the camera angles can kind of fuck you a bit, because it's hard to actually see the distance between you and the enemy if they're off screen. Which, well, yeah, you can't actually, it's funny because this game actually kind of you can keep the keys if you don't need them, but they just take up space.
Leon!
Yeah, this is, see...
Claire, you made it!
Yeah.
This is another
Have
thing
you seen a little girl around here?
Yeah, you just missed her. Who is she?
I don't know. But it's too dangerous for her to stay here alone. Leon, I'll go look for her. You go and find us a way out of here.
Of course. But before I forget, here's a radio. That way we can keep in touch if something comes up.
Yeah, it's funny about this, because the remake doesn't really have Leon and Claire meet up at all. There's like little notes, maybe about 2, that Leon leaves for Claire, but they really don't meet up that often. And so like towards the end, when they're like so excited to see each other, it's like, you guys like never saw each other at all, like barely. I mean, maybe they're just glad that there's, you know, someone else that they ran into survived, but there really isn't that much of a like connection between the two, or any sort of like I don't know, building between them two, any sort of bond on friendly terms. I mean that's another thing too, because of like 1 or 2 of the interactions between Claire and Leon in the remake, you know, I guess maybe it comes off like they're flirting, but it's like they barely meet each other. It's, and you want to like ship them together. I don't even fucking know. It's weird. I don't know. I personally think they handled the character interactions, save for a few, in the remake, kind of weird. It just doesn't feel the same. Like, I really, really wish they had Claire and Leon interacting more and, like, communicating about the situation and Sherry and all of that, so... Okay, if I remember this correctly... Oh, that's right. I think I have to turn this on first, yeah. No? I don't think I do. Okay, that's right, yeah. I have to turn it on first, so... and then, of course, in the remake, the library is more expansive and, it's filled with zombies. It's like a huge, huge library. I mean, it is pretty big, so... You know, I never actually checked these little areas here. You think with the camera focusing on this area that there would be something here. Okay, so this says, I never checked this little area before, but this definitely says that there's, so company data files primarily on Umbrella. So, many of the books are on profiling investigation. Yeah, it's weird that they focus on that. Maybe it has to do with, like, an area above there. And then this, too. Okay. Well, I mean, it wasn't necessary for me to check those areas, but I never did so before, so I figured I'd just have a look around. I think there is... I thought there was, like, a book here, or a file you get from checking these shelves. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Did I grab the crank? Or did I Yes, I did! I forgot to even grab the crank. I forgot to grab it, and I passed by it, and I used... And there's also a liquor up there, so I'll get it later. Let me just do this for now. God, I have a bad memory. Like a bad, like, short memory. Okay. Let's see. So this needs to be... Get this wrong by, let's see, okay. Alright, so they're supposed to be right next to each other. Okay, no. Oh, it's the last one I have to fix. I think. There we go. Well, I have to go back. Let's see. Oh, whoops. I don't know what I did before. I have to, like, when I release the, emergency ladder, I can go back down and get the crank. Let's see, so, go up here. No, okay, the other way. It's the double doors. also, I can't remember if it's with Leon and Claire, but I think, if you wait to use the... Well, no, because you get the spade key from the unicorn medal. So one of the... I think maybe the second scenario, whoever you're playing as, you get the unicorn medal in a different spot, maybe? Because there's like a little indentation on this level here, on this balcony, that you can use the unicorn medal on, so... And I think you get like extra ammo from it? I'm not sure. I just never remember to like use it. Okay, let's go get that crank. Let's see, flame rounds. So I'm thinking if you get the cord for the shutter, it might be vital to use it on this area because you need to come back through here. You can always like go through. I suppose you could go through the library route too, and come down the stairs and get into the save room so you can, whenever you get the diamond key, use it on the one room on the side. I don't remember if you really go back through the other hall, though, like when you're going to the basement, so... Because the zombies don't really spill into other rooms. They just kind of stay in the same area compared to the remake. I don't know where I'm going over here. I don't, well, I think once I get the lighter, I have to come back through here in order to get the other, ruby. So... And I wouldn't be surprised if the lighter is in the basement area somewhere. I can't remember. Liquor up here. And I think, you get a tablet piece from using this in the next area. I think it's like part of it, of the blue tablet you need for a, So it's funny with the remake because I can't remember if it works in this. I think it does too. Like as long as you're not running, they won't Okay, so the flame rounds definitely take them out in one hit. I think with the remake it takes 2 flame rounds, but you only have the choice of the flame rounds and the acid rounds, so. But I didn't realize it doesn't seem like it's possible because how fast the lickers move in the remake, like they're jumping around so much you wouldn't think that like moving quietly around them would even work, but I guess it does. And I've seen, like, when I've seen people stream this game, they've been able to quietly move around the lickers, but you know, I think as soon as you start running, they're gonna notice you, and I mean, that's the thing, they jump around like really quickly, so it's like useless to run away from them if you're asking for trouble. The one thing I use for the lickers though, and it's funny, but when they're in an area with a door, you can like shoot them really quick, run through the door if it's close enough, and then they'll reset back on the ceiling, and then you can just keep doing that. Shoot them on the ceiling, run out the door, keep doing that, and it's very abusable. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I think she actually jumps down the chute here. That's what goes on. Then you need a crank. Oh yeah, you need the gear for this thing to open. So you can't access this yet. So I need to go to the other side of the upper floor. And there's a save room over there, so I can put the crank away when I get over there. Here we go. And this is... oh, the lighter. Okay. That's where you get it. I don't think I need to... yeah, I don't need to save yet. I'm trying to save as little as possible, and I really need to be careful if I'm doing a limited save thing, so... I generally know what kind of things happen in this game at certain points, so I'm safe for now. I just need to be kind of careful around the zombies. Let's see, 2 jewels, and then I can't remember if I need a third one. I think I get access to that room, but I have to go back through here anyway, so I don't need to take that with me. Let's see, what else can I put away? Okay, I'm good for now. I'm good. Just, oh, that's right, there's a file here. Chief Secretary's Diary 8. April 6th, I accidentally moved one of the stone statues on the 2nd floor when I leaned against it. When the chief found out about it, he was furious. I swear the guy nearly bit my head off, screaming at me never to touch the statue again. If it's so important, then maybe he shouldn't have put it out in the open like that. April 7th, I heard that all the art pieces from the chief's collection are rare items. Literally worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't know which is the bigger mystery, where he finds those tacky things, or where he's getting the money to pay for them. Thing is, though, I wonder about this because this used to be an art museum, and the remake actually illustrates that perfectly by having like these rooms where they just store all the art stuff in. They even have a room that's sort of like the one where you put the rubies in the statue. It's a bit different though, the way that works. But they do have these like little side rooms where they have all that art stuff just kind of shoved to the side. And so, I mean, maybe the thing is that he paid the art museum, like where they put the RPD, maybe he like paid the people who used to own the art pieces to just keep them. So May 10th. I wasn't surprised to see the chief come in today with yet another large picture frame in his hands. This time it was a really disturbing painting depicting a nude person being hanged. I was appalled by the expression on the chief's face as he leered at that painting. Why anyone would consider something like that to be a work of art is beyond my comprehension. See, with these files about the chief, they make it, I mean, they hint at certain things that are very creepy about him, but it's more subtle. It's not like out in the open, not like so forceful as the whole, tiger, slicing the tiger's belly and, like, you know, orgasming over it, like in the remake. I thought that was a little over the top. Some people like that, but I'd rather have a build-up to someone's craziness, so... Okay. You know what? I can't remember the crows break out here. Let me just... Oh, I need to go back, though. Which I can do by unlocking the door over here to get to the downstairs. That's what I can do. I can't go over there anyways because there's a bunch of fire. This is the anxiety area, which they don't have they took out the crows in the remake, and like some people are like, oh well, they only appear in one area, or this enemy only appears in one area, so it doesn't matter. But like, I'm pretty sure most people remember how fucked up and scary it is that the crows, these infected crows, like just burst out of the windows here all at once. It's fucking scary. I hate this area. The crows are scarier than lickers. Because they're also kind of hard to hit as well. And like right now they're just kind of sitting there. Oh, please stay away. Oh, they're scarier than the spiders. For me. Yeah, it's a shame they don't have, like, so they don't have the crows. They changed the ivies, which is fine. I didn't mind the new ivies so much. No spiders. The roaches, and, I mean, they do appear. They're just not, I like how there's a Burger Kong. I just noticed that. You can only see a part of it. Anyways, you're just gonna lay down there for a while, huh? They actually do have the roaches in the remake. Some people were saying they didn't have them, but they're not in, like, the areas that you normally would see them in. They're just sort of, like, in the, morgue, I guess. In one of the little things you slide out, and that's it. They don't really, like, do anything else. I'm trying to think what else they cut. The green liquors, which are in one room with the weird plant thing, which, you know, most people remember. And then the naked zombies they didn't have, which I kind of missed because I thought they were freaky. It's funny though, because like, when you play Remake, I don't know, the zombies seem like different enough. I mean, they have quite a variety compared to this, but I after going through a lot of the areas, they kind of just start to feel really samey, so... oh, that's right, it's in here. And then I need the lighter for the gear puzzle, which I need the club key for, and all that fun stuff. I miss the crows though. It feels ridiculous not to have the crows in the remake. They could, I mean, I don't see the point of cutting out an enemy. Okay, I think I already read this last time, so I'm just gonna go through it. When you can improve upon it, it's like, yeah, so the enemies in this are only one particular area, but the remake, they could have actually like spread them out and increased the variety of the enemies more. Like, they could have made the crows scarier and just kind of scattered them around the RPD in different spots. Because you have, like, the zombies will break through the windows, and you would think also, other than keeping the zombies out, by boarding up the windows, you could keep crows out too, because the crows would definitely try and get in there. I mean, there's... like, they made these excuses of, oh, certain animal enemies are not, like, realistic, and it's just dumb. The T-virus affects, like, more than humans, so... Same with the spiders. Their excuse for the spiders, I think it's a fucking excuse, honestly. But they said, it seems like they supposedly put the spiders in, but they're saying play testers. I don't know if they're, like, Japanese or not, because there's definitely, differences in how people get scared between cultures, and this is the thing. A lot of the Resident Evil games, I think the difficulty, there's like easier modes in the Japanese ports of a lot of the well, not the Japanese ports, the Japanese versions of a lot of the Resident Evil games, I believe, have like easy modes and stuff, and might have certain things censored. I mean, that still happens now, but I think a lot of games tend to be, like, certain things just are considered scarier. I don't know why I'm in here. I'm, like, talking and not thinking at the same time. But it wouldn't surprise me if the playtesters were, they're using, like, Japanese playtesters, but, they said that the playtesters thought, the spiders were too scary. So, and it's just like, there's a bunch of other things. Bear with me for a moment. I need to actually figure out where I'm going first before I start rambling about this. But like, there's so many other things in this game, in the remake, that are actually pretty fucking scary. And it's like, oh, the spiders were, like, heart-jumping scary? I mean, I don't know. To me, that sounds like a bullshit excuse for them not wanting to put them in. Because they were willing to try and cut out a bunch of other things, too. Let's go up here. No, that really does sound like an excuse. It's like, wouldn't you want your game to be scary? I mean, freaking, so I've been having, like, some health issues for a while, and it had caused, like, some heart problems for a bit, like, anxiety and heart problems, so, like, when I first started playing this game, and, like, the first time well, not this one, the remake, you guys are resilient. And encountered Mr. X, I had a lot of really bad anxiety because my blood pressure and everything was, like, kind of elevated at the time. I mean, I'm getting over those health issues now, but it definitely was, like, it made me more sensitive to that stuff. But God, like, I'm pretty sure compared to spiders, like, Mr. X is, like, the ultimate anxiety, like, creator. So I don't understand the whole spider excuse at all. It's like, oh, they're way too scary. I don't fucking know. Don't you want your game to be scary? Anyways, I'm done ranting about that. I don't need this until later, so I'll put it away. I don't think I need this one, because I'm thinking I need to go, like when I go outside, I have to go downstairs and then get the valve from that little bottom building. I don't need this. And then I can't remember if I use... I can't remember if the room that I use those is accessible or not. Ah, shit. Let's see. Cause just that, yeah, cause that room, you probably can't reach into the, yeah, cause the fire's in the way, I assume. So, I won't be able to access that until I clear the fire. So let's put these away. Okay. I wonder if the... there is a... I think there's a typewriter in that little, room down there, so... There's a zombie that's here. Ooh. Yep. Yeah, and this one moves very fast. Whew. Yeah, I can't access that. Okay. I just wanted to see, but... Thinking I probably should have brought the knife for this, but... oh yeah, I'm almost out of ammo, too. Ooh. Here goes nothing! Oh wait, there's some... Hey! Yeah, this is the problem with this. I think if you can wait until they sort of fly towards you, come on. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard to aim at them. Fuck off. Okay, I thought there might have been an item. Whoa, god, yep, nope. That plays that fucking music. Goodbye! Ugh. So I need the valve for this. Oh, there's a crossbow. I got plenty of, Now the thing is... Oh, okay, there is an acre ribbon, too. You know what? I bet... I can't... Well, no, because I think, it's only the person on the second scenario that has Mr. X show up. I'm not sure. I should be okay, though. Let's see, is there a file here? No. And then you definitely don't want to open this door, because you just get extra zombies in here. Just wait till... I think there should be some items you get from the helicopter, which I tried. It's funny because when you, I guess, excuse me, when you extinguish the helicopter in the remake, I tried to check it to see if there were any items, and it wasn't. So, shit, it is Crow City time. They won't be flying, or they'll be on the window ledges here. So, let's see. I just need to be careful. It's actually kind of hard. That's the thing. It's kind of hard to see from this angle. Ah! Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna run. It's not worth hanging around too much there. Okay. So I can access the one room where you put the rubies in, but I can't get to the chief's office yet until I get some C4. Okay, there's that. Now, if I recall correctly, there might be one liquor that shows up in that room, but I should be okay. Let's do this, and I can't remember. I don't know if it requires 3 rubies or not. I kept thinking there was 3, so I don't know. Am I at? Okay, should be all right. Just in case. Yeah, I miss this whole thing with, you know, the helicopter crashing through a wall and blocking it. I mean, it kind of does in the remake for a little bit, blocks the hallway, but you don't have this whole thing of, the fact that the chief's office door is inaccessible, so you have to, like, you know, extinguish the helicopter, get the C4 and the detonator to take it out and finally get to the chief's office. But when you get to the chief's office in the remake, it feels a little anticlimactic. And the C4 thing you get to pretty early, and it's just like some unnecessary thing where the chief like throws a bunch of the police officers in this like caged off area where there's a statue that has a medal you need to get, and like I don't know, it's just dumb. I didn't like it too much. Whoa. Oh yeah, you don't get this either. That was also scary. You don't get the thing where you hear the mayor's daughter screaming, passing by this area, so. I mean, it's things like that, you know, clue you in on the kind of shit that the chief's doing, not just him acting crazy outright. Okay, let's... No, there's way too many ink ribbons in this. I do not need that many ink ribbons. This room is actually, like, compared to the one in the remake, I think this actually has a lot more stuff in it. Oh. It's a diamond key. Not yet. Let's remove some items here. Okay, so it really does only require 2. Oh, okay, so that has a tablet, and then, I need to get the key. Okay, diamond key and tablet. So we're getting closer. The other part of this tablet, so I need to get the gold tablet in one of the interrogation rooms. Okay, there's probably gonna be a liquor And then I need to get the other piece of this tablet in the clock tower after getting the gear. So I already pretty much know what I need to do. No? Huh. Maybe it's in the second scenario that the liquor breaks through that. Let's see, diamond key. Okay, should be good. I have way too much stuff on me right now. Let's go to the interrogation room first. That's right, there's a liquor in there. Yeah. Just go back and get that grenade launcher. Because I'm pretty sure that's the room the liquor breaks out of. Alright, here. Let's put this away. There. Okay, that's right, hard key. So I think there should be the shutter cord and, yeah, the cord and the tablet in here. Which I think, once you grab the tablet, the liquor breaks out up here. This part scares me too, because I don't know, I mean, I know it's coming, but as soon as you pass by that window. Well, I didn't need to kill it. I don't need to go back in there, so. It's a nice little scare. Oh, that's right. Okay, so that, the other door is the club key. I felt a slight jump in my heart, but I was like, I just run past it. Okay, diamond key. I'm trying to figure out where I can use this. I usually put it in like the east? Is it the east hallway? So. Although, you do have to come back up in the west hallway, so. But I can't get access to it yet, so maybe I'll hold off on using it. Because I normally put it in this hallway here, and you don't really go back through it, except for, well, I don't need to go back through it. I can go take the other way, but it's quicker to go through here to get to the office that requires the diamond key. Let's see. So we got Serpent Stone. Alright. I'm not gonna run into any lickers, I don't think, going through here, so we can use the crossbow. Yeah, there's no, I mean, there's really no need to go through that hallway anymore, so I don't need to use the cord on there. It's kind of a shame the zombie hands don't grab you after that one time. Well, this is why. This is why I probably needed the, Jeez. I had the worst time trying to aim that thing. Oh, God. I have the worst time trying to aim this damn thing. Yeah, it probably would have been better to have the grenade launcher equipped. Fucking hell. Oh man. This is like the worst. Jesus, what a waste of crossbow ammo. Fucking hell. It's funny because I think the patch that I applied to this, the one from Apple of Eden, actually has like a auto aim option that you can use, but I never use it. I don't think you get any crossbow bolts until later. What I can do here is just combine the there, and then hope that'll be enough to take care of them. Okay, so there's the C4. Then I just need a detonator, which is probably in the office. Should be like one more. Oh, there's some more crossbow gun bolts. Thank you for all the stuff that I wasted. You just gonna stand there? Come on. I know you're there. Oh, no, there's another one there, apparently. You know, with all the police zombies that were in here, it makes you wonder if they, like, thought this would have been a safe room to hide it. Oh, shit. This should be enough for the next room. I hope. Come on, clear it. There. Oh. Oh yeah, I think Marvin's actually in here. Compare the remake where he's already a zombie when you find him in the hallway. Whether you're when you play as Claire, like a B scenario, he's already wandering around, but in Leon's you just sort of kind of find him being a zombie, so I think the crossbow should be good for this. I don't know. He actually is a pretty strong zombie in this, so Michael Fistel, which is the mayor. And then Leon's little desk. Oh god, look at that. Are those funny glasses? And silly party hats? Looks like they were planning to have a real fun time. Memo to Leon. To Leon S. Kennedy, congratulations on your assignment to the Raccoon City Police Department. We all look forward to having you as a part of our team and promise to take good care of you. Welcome aboard. From all the guys at the RPD. I do like the note in the remake, though, at the end of it where it says, "Be glad you're not here, rookie." Like, probably, like, written in blood or written in hastily before whoever wrote it died. So, there we go. Here's some handgun bullets. Alright, here we go. Should use up some of these first. Oh, there's the detonator. He gets really fucked up looking at this. Oh, shit. Wait for a little bit. Sorry, Marvin, but I just had to do it. Let's unlock this door. I don't think I need to come back through here, but... you know what? I don't remember if there's anything in the lockers here. Okay, so I'm gonna stop by here, but I'm probably gonna save at the other save room that's closer to the chief's office, because I believe after that whole sequence in there, I think I can't remember when how soon the first Birkin fight is. Let's see, let's combine this, and then let's go develop this film. I don't remember which one this was. Oh, okay, the G arm. Code G human body experiment 915. I think, yeah, it's interesting because in the remake they actually have a bunch of these in the laboratory that you can look at. I believe there's only one room that has a I can't remember if it's like a G organism in it or if it's like a hunter. I don't remember. As you're going to the lab. Let's see here. This should be fine. Trying to think what the quickest way is to get over there. Here. Actually, you know what? Considering this game has carryover stuff, I wonder if, depending on where you put the cord for the shutters, affects Leon's thing, because I don't remember. That's why I'm wondering if I should still put it over there. Let me go do it. Because when Leon comes through here, I don't know, I can't remember how much carries over. I know some items get affected, but, I don't know. They eventually come up, though, during, Claire's thing, so I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to do before the chief. I think I've got everything I need. back and save. So you kind of have to figure out where to put it here. It's right here. Yeah, see, this is too far away. I'm trying to figure out where the exact spot is. I don't know how close of it is to the wall or... You think he'd put it right here, but... Let's see here. Fuck's sakes. Okay, it's... Alright, it's right there. It says to take out the wall, but it means to take out the wreckage, so... And Chief Slopes' office. They actually did a really good job in the remake with his office and adding like more animals in it and making it even more like imposing.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were another one of those zombies.
Are you Chief Irons?
Yes, that's me. And just who are you? No, don't bother telling me. It makes no difference. You'll end up just like all the others. That's the mayor's daughter. I was told to look after her, but I failed miserably. Just look at her. She was a true beauty. Her skin nothing short of perfection. But it will soon putrefy, and she will turn into a zombie within the hour, like all the others.
There must be some way to stop it.
In a manner of speaking, there is. Either by putting a bullet through her brain, or by decapitating her completely. And to think that taxidermy used to be my hobby. But no longer. Please. I'd really like to be alone now.
I gotta wonder, like, how he meant what he did to kill her. Because it looks like she's got a lot of damage around the gut area. Like, if he, like... Because he's supposed to be watching after her. He probably, like, stabbed her through the back or something. Ugh. Yeah, it seems to be implied that he was gonna stop her. And, of course, in this, when you meet him, he's not so off the wall. He just seems kind of unhinged by the situation, but he makes creepy comments, so... Let's go see Sherry. She should be hiding in the other room. He doesn't actually mention that Sherry came in here, so... Or maybe he just didn't care and didn't notice her. He doesn't really care about her in this. He's like... In the other one, he's... In the remake, he's very intent on... keeping Sherry around, so... There's that tiger. He's got quite the office. Oh yeah, this is his art collection room. I mean, as if the RPD didn't already have a bunch of art in it. They do have this in the remake too, but it, I don't think it's as big as this. I can't remember. I don't think it all has this little side room either. Well, actually, it does. I think it has that caged off area where you get the badge to use on stuff. Chief Secretary's Diary B. June 8th, as I was straightening up the chief's room, he burst through the door with a furious look on his face. It's only been 2 months since I've started working here, but that's the second time I've seen him like this. The last time was when I bumped into that statue, only this time he looked even more agitated than ever. I seriously thought for a moment that he was going to hurt me. June 15th. I finally discovered what the chief has been hiding all along. If he finds out that I know, my life will be in serious danger. It's getting late already. I'm just gonna have to take this one day at a time. And it just ends. With the diary being in here, it's apparent that the chief found out, so... Actually, let's see if we can find Sherry. Sherry! Hiding in the dark somewhere.
Wait! Let me go! Easy, easy there! I'm not a zombie! You're safe now.
Well, a zombie wouldn't be able to speak anyways, so...
Leon, come in. I found the girl, and I've cleared the wreckage that was blocking the corridor.
Got it.
I like how Sherry's face just clipped through Claire's torso for a minute.
My name's Claire. What's yours?
Sherry.
Do you know where your parents are?
They both work at the Umbrella Chemical Plant, near the city limits.
The chemical plant? Then, what are you doing here?
My mom called and told me to go to the police station because it was too dangerous to stay at home.
From the look of things, I'd say she was probably right. But it's dangerous here as well. You'd better come with me.
But there's something out there. I don't know what it is, but I saw it. Much larger than any of those zombies. And it's coming after me!
What was that?
That's what I was telling you about! It's here!
Sherry, wait!
So one thing, Claire, in the remake, Claire doesn't radio Leon as much about the situations. You just get random notes from either of them, I think, and that's it. And then, what the fuck? Oh yeah, the second thing, in the remake, when you're talking to Annette as Claire, I think, and you have to deal with the whole Sherry thing, and Annette, like, is talking to Sherry in, like, the dump area. I think she says something about, like, why didn't you stay at home? When in this and, like, both, lore, there's, like, extra lore, in, is it Darkside Chronicles? Where, Annette has Sherry go to the RPD. Sherry's at the school during the time the outbreak happened, and then Annette calls her, tells her to go to the RPD, not to stay home. Because staying home would probably be dangerous as well. You know, the RPD is considered the most safe place, so...
Chief?
That's right, I gotta clean. Apparently there's gonna be a lot more I have to do before I can even go fight Birkin, so... I don't think I'm gonna save just yet. Although I might have to take a break here soon. Chief's Diary. September 23rd. It's all over. Those imbeciles from Umbrella have finally done it. Despite all their promises, they've ruined my town. Soon the streets will be infested with zombies. I'm beginning to think that I may even be infected myself. I'll kill everyone in the town if this turns out to be true. September 24th. I was successful in spreading confusion among the police as planned. I've made sure that no one from the outside will come to help. With the delays in police actions, no one will have the chance to escape the city alive. I've seen to it personally that all escape routes from inside the precinct have been cut off as well. There are several survivors still attempting to escape through the lower levels, but I'll make sure no one gets out. September 26th. I've had a change of heart about the remaining survivors inside the precinct. I've decided to hunt them down myself. I shot Ed in the back through the heart less than an hour ago. I watched him writhe in pain upon the floor in a pool of his own blood. The expression on his face was positively exquisite. He died with his eyes wide open, staring up at me. It was beautiful. I wonder if the mayor's daughter is still alive. I let her escape so I could enjoy hunting her down later. Okay, apparently he was probably doing some stuff to her, and then she ran off, and then he, like, shot her in the back or something. I'm going to enjoy my new trophy. Yes, frozen forever in the pose I chose to give her. So with this, of course, now I know people are kind of questioning why he would even have a taxidermy room. There is like a torture taxidermy room down here. Do I have? I don't have any other tablets yet. And it sort of doesn't make sense to have a taxidermy room here because it's like, why would you bring the animals here to work on them instead of just like having somewhere like a cabin or something outside of town. Actually, especially like he's hunting all these like he's got a bunch of exotic animals in his office and stuff, and they're obviously not going to be in the US or the Midwest where they're at. So like him having like, unless he chose to like take the body and like fly it from wherever other country and then take it here and then use the taxidermy room here, I doubt the taxidermy room would have been used for that purpose. Like, it's got a bunch of like bones and stuff in it, and it's possible that he might have been like just using it for people. I mean, that's the thing I'm thinking, and maybe some of the animals around here, but not for the more exotic ones. It looks more like a torture room to me, but it's probably used for some taxidermy too. I mean, it's possible the room wasn't even being used for taxidermy at first. It was probably used for something else. It could have been like, I don't know, some sort of examination room for bodies or something. It's probably what it was originally used for. Okay, so we need tablets. I might just put the tablets in there. That way I can save on space. Okay. I'm trying to see how long I can go without saving, but I probably need to stop here soon. I don't know how, like, I'm actually, because I'm sort of, there is a reason why I actually prefer, some games on console, and I don't have a laptop, but playing, I don't have the most comfortable chair to, sit in for long periods of time, and, sometimes playing on the PC for too long can be uncomfortable for me, so that's why I kind of sometimes prefer to play on, console in a room that's like more comfortable, that has a couch and everything, because yeah, playing PC games for a long time for me can be kind of a problem. So an interesting thing about the animals used in this is it's actually repeated in Resident Evil 4, I do believe, and then some of the animals are present in the there's an animal puzzle in 0, I believe. Okay, so I just have one more tablet put in there. And then I gotta go through a bunch of stuff just to get the other half, so it's gonna be a while before I even fight Birkin. I'm trying to think where the next save room is. Past, let's see, heart key. Let's see. The heart key leads to the downstairs area. Okay, there. Yeah, I think that's the only. Let's see. There's another room. Okay, and then that's for the club key. Yeah, I don't know if the downstairs area has any save rooms except for a certain spot, so I might have to save here.